What's the story, Morning Glory? What is the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 5, Episode 8. So when the episode begins, we see Maurice and Kimmy. They're at their place of business, and it's mentioned that their title company is the only African-American title closing company in the area of Huntsville. So that is extremely impressive. Props to them. That is absolutely amazing. Then they talk about Mark Scott, which is the oldest brother of Maurice and Marceau. And Kimmy wants Maurice and Marceau to talk to Mark and to get him to also control himself on social media, because I guess he's been very reckless on social media, and he's probably has been pretty reckless with things that he says about Kimmy, even though Kimmy really doesn't want to mention exactly what Mark has been saying about her. But that's the only thing that I can think of as far as why she is so adamant about Maurice talking to his brother and getting his brother to shut the hell up on social media. So Maurice tells her, my brother, he's really stubborn, he's hard-headed, he's not going to listen to me, he's going to do whatever the hell he wants to do. And Kimmy's like, yeah, but you're going to try. You're going to definitely try. So what can he do? He has no choice. So he meets up with his brother, Mark, and Marceau is there as well. And they try to talk some sense into Mark about his social media and how he needs to, censor himself some. And Mark is the kind of guy, he looks a little bit off, okay? He looks a tad bit off. And he looks like, he marches to the beat of his own drum and he does his own thing. And he doesn't really care about other people's feelings or other people's thoughts. And he's just going to do whatever the hell he wants to do. That's how he comes across to me. So evidently Mark was hurt, or he got all up in his feelings when Vanessa, Miss Van, Melody Holt's mother, when she denied being in a relationship with him. And so this came up on social media. It came up in either his live or somebody else's live, and he felt the need to respond and say that they were in a relationship, because if y'all were just friends, like what kind of friend buys their friend plane tickets to go see them? And according to Martell, Miss Wanda was driving 5 to 6 hours to go see Mark. Anyways, so Mark is just, he's hurt. His feelings are hurt that Miss Van denied him and did not confirm or acknowledge their relationship. So I believe that they were in a relationship. I think that because Mark to me seems like the kind of guy, like when you first meet him, you love the attention that he gives you. And then at some point, he begins to suffocate you. He doesn't let you breathe. He wants to practically like live in your skin with you. He just kind of comes across that way. Like when you're with Mark, you're basically with Mark for life. And I think in the beginning, Van liked all the attention. It made her feel really good. This young guy, he's giving me all this heat. I like it. And then it got to a point where it probably got too damn much. And maybe people were talking and she wanted to kind of cool it and he wasn't ready to cool it. That's the impression that I get of Mark. He's one of those really obsessed, suffocating type of boyfriends. So Mark tells his brothers, no, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep on saying whatever the hell I want to say because I'm defending myself and I have to speak my truth. And I don't give a damn who likes it or not. Okay, fine. So at least, the brothers did try, and it's not going to go as planned. But still, this whole conversation with the three brothers was centered around what the things that Mark has said about Van, and nothing was mentioned about anything that he could have said about Kimmy. So if you don't know the background, it still doesn't make any sense why Kimmy is so bothered or why she's so involved with Mark's social media, because she's not that involved with Wanda's. So like, why would you care what Mark is saying if he's not saying anything about you? So I wish that they would have given us the full, complete story of why Kimmy feels the need to have Mark shut the hell up on social media. So after that, let me see if there's anything else. Oh, Mark was standing 10 toes deep about his relationship with Van. I already mentioned that. The plane tickets that she was buying for him to go visit her. And Mark considered it an attack on him when Miss Van denied dating him. Maurice tells his brother, well, I thought you would have been the bigger person. And Mark was like, no, I'm not going to be the bigger person. I'm going to be just as petty, just as trifling as I want to be. Moving on from there. Tisha and Destiny meet up. And of course, all they can talk about is Melody. As always, they have nothing else in common, nothing else to talk about. It's Melody, Melody, Melody. Well, Destiny did try to talk about something else. She did bring up her boyfriend Moses, and I think she only brought him up to remind us that she's got a man in her life, because she wasn't really saying nothing important about Moses. Just talking about how he wants her to cook whenever she goes to go visit him, and she started cooking all weekend. She doesn't want to cook on the weekend. She wants to chill, relax, be boyfriend and girlfriend, and do a whole bunch of fun stuff. She doesn't want to cook, but he's looking forward to her home cooked meals, and so he expects her to cook. Girl, nobody cares. So then they talk about what happened at the Madani, and Destiny says that instead of her telling Melody, I should escort you out like you did Tisha, she wishes that she could have told Melody something about, this is my event, I'm the center of attention. Don't try to steal my spotlight or something like that. No, girl, what she said initially, that was cute. That was cute. I'll give you that. That was cute. So then they talk about, they said that Melody was really rude, didn't acknowledge her, didn't try to make nice with her. And I think Destiny even talked about how she'd be willing to have a conversation with Melody, but I think that's what she said, but I'm not sure. So let me be quiet about that. Then they talk about Stormy, and Destiny does admit that, at least Stormy came to me correctly. She approached me, she spoke to me, she was trying to make nice with me, so I don't have an issue with Stormy. And then Tisha goes, well, and I heard that you and Stormy met up at her warehouse, so y'all are like best friends now. And Destiny was like, no, we just had a conversation about what happened to the Madani, but no, I'm not going to go as far as to say that we're best friends. It seems like Tisha is feeling kind of insecure that maybe her only friend might be making up with her enemies. So moving on from there. So they talk about also, so Tisha brings up the comeback group. Oh, before that, Tisha had to bring up that Gucci bag. I'm like, why? Why are you talking about the Gucci bag? But she was like, oh, and I heard that she gave you a really expensive Gucci bag. And Destiny was like, yeah, whatever. I really wasn't too. I'm nobody's charity case. I don't know why she keeps saying that. I'm nobody's charity case, and instead of a Gucci bag, I would have preferred, that we did business together. But, that couldn't happen because Stormy had other commitments for her product, another distributor for her products. Then Tisha gets her caught up on what happened with the comeback group. The three couples all met, and she tells Destiny that, she wanted it to make it very clear that her mom is not completely at fault, that Melody and Miss Wanda, they've been going back and forth. It's not just Miss Wanda attacking Melody. It goes both ways. And the whole entire time, Destiny just keeps making those eyes, rolling, like her eyes get big and then rolling her eyes. And oh my God, it was so annoying. And so basically, she tells her that they've all decided that they were gonna, do better on social media, not talk about each other as much, and try to give limitations to the people who are really reckless on social media, like her mom. Moving on from there, speaking of Miss Wanda and her social media. Now we are at Mila's birthday party. Mila is the daughter of Marceau and Tisha. So at the birthday party, they get a chance to talk to Miss Wanda, and they tell Miss Wanda, look, we had a meeting with the other two couples, and we've decided that it's going to be best for the peace of the group for you to not talk about or not address the Holts in any kind of way. Miss Wanda was like, I'm not doing that. If she talks about me, I'm going to talk about her. She's coming for me, I'm coming for her. And that's just how it is. And then Miss Wanda tried to defend herself and say, oh, this is how it started. She started talking about my baby daddy, your daddy, Tisha, going into her DMs. And so I talked about her finding her baby dad. She did not get it at all. She did not understand at all. So Marceau was trying to break it down to her in tiny little pieces to make it easier for her to digest, trying to let her know that you need to be better than that. You need to be bigger than that. You need to rise above the mess. Stop being so petty. No matter what anybody says, just don't talk about them. Ignore them. Eventually, they're going to go away. And they're going to stop talking about you. And Miss Wanda, still not agreeing, still not understanding. So then he says to her, you have your own social media platform. Why don't you use that to benefit you? To get you some coins. Instead of constantly talking about Melody, why don't you use it to promote your business or to promote something about Wanda? Talk about Wanda on Wanda's social media. Miss Wanda still didn't get it, still didn't understand. You must be, these two people, I'm talking about Tisha and her mom, they must be living very, very miserable lives if their entire existence revolves around Melody Holt and what Melody's doing, what Melody's saying, responding to Melody. And it's like, can't you find business of your own? Tisha always, no matter who she is filming with, whether it's her husband, her mother, whoever she's filming with, the conversation always goes back to Melody. She's obsessed. She's obsessed. She's jealous, both her and her mother. They're obsessed and they're jealous. And I think it just irks them to see Melody moving on with her life away from Marceau, doing her thing, not giving a damn, not away from Marceau, away from Martell, living her life after Martell, doing her thing, and just living her. I think it just really bugs the hell out of them. And I think it also bothers them that Martell still has love for her, still cares for her. I don't know if they know yet that Melody and Martell are going to be going on vacation together to Destin with their children. I don't know what the hell how that's going to affect them. They're just so obsessed with Melody, and Melody could care less about them. Anyways, so Miss Wanda is not going to make any promises. The only thing that she promised to do was to not talk about the kids, not to mention the children. But as far as anything else, all gloves are off. She's still going to talk about address whoever, whatever she wants. She don't give a damn. And then Marcel tried to explain to her, look, when you get into these battles with these people, then Tisha feels the need to get involved to protect you. Then I have to get involved to protect all of y'all. So it's like a ripple effect. It's not just you. It's affecting everybody. So please stop. Miss Wanda's not going to do it. And did y'all notice the tension between Wanda and Marceau? Now, I know that they're not each other's favorites, but I've never noticed the tension be this bad. Like, Wanda was really not feeling Marceau in that scene. She really wasn't feeling Marceau. I think he even had put his hand on her shoulder, or he touched her arm or something. And she was like, don't touch me. And she said that she has a love-hate relationship with Marceau. I wonder if it's because of something more recent that the tension kind of seemed thick between them, or if it's always been like this. I don't know. It's funny how, like, with other people, Wanda defends Marceau, because Tisha's husband, he's got a good man, blah, blah, blah. But then with Marceau directly and with Tisha directly, she really doesn't care for him. You know what I mean? Like, she wants to put up a front with the world and everybody else that her daughter has a really good man. But when she's in the mix with them, she don't really care for him. Anyways, maybe I'm wrong. Thank you so much for joining me in this review. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, please don't forget to rate the video. And if you like this content, please go ahead and subscribe, and I will definitely talk to you later. Bye.